Hello everyone! How are you all doing today? Let me introduce you to Unreal Engine 5, one of the most powerful tools in the world of 3D design and development. I'm thrilled to share that this is my very first video on my channel, and it's dedicated to teaching Unreal Engine 5 for absolute beginners who may not be familiar with 3D and other software. In this video, we'll start with the very basics, learning how to move, rotate, and scale objects, manipulate scenes, and even insert foliage to create dynamic environments. Before we dive into the fun stuff, you'll need to download and install Unreal Engine. Here's how you can do it. Okay, so visit the Unreal Engine website. Go to Epic Games and click on Unreal Engine. Scroll down. Here's step 1. Click on Download Launcher. Downloading should start. I've already downloaded the launcher, so I am canceling it. This website also provides steps 2 and 3 for downloading the launcher. Click on Downloaded Launcher to install it. After this process, open the launcher and go to the Unreal Engine section. My Unreal Engine is already downloaded, so it shows a launch option, but you should see a download option instead of launch. Click on Download option. After downloading, you can see the engine's version in the library. You can also add other versions by pressing the plus button. Click on Launch to launch the version you downloaded. Here, we can see the Unreal Engine browser, which allows us to choose a project model before starting our project. Here, we can view our recent projects. You may not see any recent projects if you haven't created any yet. Games. Unreal Engine enhances gaming with advanced graphics and real-time capabilities, boosting gameplay and visual quality. If we delve into the Games option, there are various subtypes: blank, first-person, third-person, top-down, handheld AR, virtual reality, and vehicle-based games. We'll discuss each of these separately in upcoming videos. Film, video, and live events. Used for cinematic visuals and interactive experiences, transforming storytelling and audience interaction. Architecture enables detailed visualization and interactive walkthroughs, presenting designs realistically. Automotive product design and manufacturing supports virtual prototyping and simulation, optimizing vehicle design and production timelines. Simulation provides realistic previews of mechanics or application behavior, streamlining development and project efficiency. So, go to the Games section, then click on the blank option, because we are not making games. We are just practicing. You can also choose the custom location of the project where to store it and decide on the project name. click on the Create option. Now, let's start the real thing. This is our viewport, where we see and interact with our game world, whether in the editor or during gameplay. Hold the right mouse button and move the mouse to see different angles of the viewport. Here is the Scalability Options tab, where we can change different graphic settings. Options include low, medium, high, epic, and cinematic. To display the FPS, frames per second, in the viewport of Unreal Engine 5, press this option and check Show FPS. Here are the selection tools: Landscape tool, Foliage tool, Mesh paint, Modeling tool, Fracture tool, Brush editing tool, and Animation tool, which we will discuss briefly in the next videos. If we talk about the selection tool, it is the simplest way to choose and manipulate objects in the editor interface. Okay, we can move by pressing and holding the right mouse button and WAS or D keys. This is the default scene of Unreal Engine 5, where we can edit the scene as per our choice. Click on this button, then Shapes, and add a cube. You can also choose your own shapes. Here, we can see 3 lines on this cube shape. Blue is the Z-axis, red is the X-axis, and the green line is the Y-axis. If we only move the cube in the Z-axis, we need to click and drag on the blue axis. If we move the cube in the X-axis, we need to click and drag on the red axis. If we move the cube in the Y-axis, we need to click and drag on the green axis. You can also change the object's mode by pressing the space key to shift from moving to rotating. Here we can rotate in the X-axis, Y-axis, and Z-axis. You can also change the object's mode by pressing the space key to shift from rotating to scaling. Here, we can scale in the Y-axis, X-axis, and Z-axis. You can also set the values from here. Let's introduce the Content Manager. Basically, it helps store and organize all the cool things, like characters, environments, and objects. It is a content folder where we add things first. We need to add color to our object by creating a material. Right-click to bring up the menu. Name it. Double-click to open. Click on the base color and choose your favorite color. Hit Apply. Drag and drop the material onto the object. You can also add other objects. To duplicate the object, press and hold Alt plus, drag the mouse button. You can change the direction of light by holding Ctrl plus L and moving the mouse around. Hit Ctrl plus S to save, and don't forget to name it. As you can see on the right side, here is the Unreal Engine Outliner, which is a list showing all the different things, like characters, objects, and levels, allowing developers to organize and work on them easily. We can manage each object separately as needed. For example, Cube, Cube 2, Cube 3, Cube 4, Cube 5 can be added into a single folder for neat and organized management, making it easier to find and manage things. Press F2 to rename. You can also hide these cubes by selecting them and clicking the eye icon. I forgot to mention that we can also change the modes of objects, like moving, rotating, and scaling using these icons. You can adjust the camera speed in the editor according to your needs. Let's fix these models where the edges are not properly placed. You can also adjust the movement intensity using this icon. Let's add some light. Go to this tab and select a spotlight. We need to set it to nighttime so we can see the light. You can also adjust the light properties as needed. I'll change the light's color. Okay. Now, let's create a level and set up a little scene. First, we need to create a separate folder for the level to keep our work organized. To create a level, go to the content browser, right-click, and select New Level. Alternatively, you can create a level by clicking on File and then selecting New Level from the options. Once Level 1 is created, open it. A pop-up will ask you to save it. Click Save. It's currently blank because there's no directional light. First, we need to add directional light, clouds, and so on. Switch to landscape mode to create a landscape for our environment. The settings are currently at their default, but you can adjust them according to your needs. Click on Create. Here you go. As you can see, there is no texture on the landscape, so we need to add one. Click on the Add option and select Add Quixel Bridge. Navigate to your preferred texture. I'm choosing a forest texture. Click on any texture to download it. Considering its quality, once downloaded and added to your content folder, select the landscape from the outliner and apply the texture to its material. Next, let's import some models into our scene. I've downloaded models from a website offering free resources. After downloading, drag them into your scene and click Import. Adjust the size of models as needed. For instance, scaling down a large car. Now, save this level. To add foliage, grass, trees, shrubs, etc., switch to foliage mode. You can also download foliage from Quixel Bridge by clicking Add. And searching for it there. For example, download and export grass. Then ensure it's checked in the foliage settings. Adjust the brush size and paint the grass on the landscape by holding the right mouse button. use the Erase tool to remove unwanted grass. Once the grass is done, let's add trees. Follow a different method. To add trees that are already downloaded, press Add to Project and select the latest version to add the asset. To download the tree asset, navigate to the marketplace. Select any tree, download it, and follow the same steps as before. In the Foliage Mode section, click and drag the tree asset. Ensure the Single Instance mode is selected to place only one tree model in our scene. Switch to Landscape mode and then Sculpt mode. Sculpt around the scene by holding the left mouse button to create a zigzag pattern on the ground. You can also smooth the land by selecting Smooth. If you want to add a camera, navigate to the Cube Plus symbol and find Cinematic. Select Cinecamera Actor and adjust its properties by right-clicking and choosing Snap Object to View. This changes the camera to our screen. For manual camera setup, look for the Pilot Camera option, where you can configure the camera according to your preferences. Click on this icon, go to Volumes, then write Post-Processing. Then click on it. Write Infinite, then check it. Write Vignette and adjust the properties as you want. Click on this icon, then click on Capture, High Screenshot, then click OK. Here's your screenshot which you captured. We will discuss how to rendering scene in coming video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment on my video, and please provide me feedback about how can I improve my videos. See ya!